So traders, there could be a little bit more weakness coming into the stock market before the election comes. And I want to share with you the reasons why and the different phases we are looking at. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so let's get straight into today's session from here. If you do need some help, guys, make sure you grab access to that free trading course that I'm giving away. There should be all the details and links are in the description as well too, guys. Now, the really big thing that I'm noticing here when it comes to this is for the stock market here, right? The overall general theme that I'm seeing with the stock market is a little bit more weakness coming into it. Now, this was actually, I was talking with my clients today, and I was talking to them about like looking at the market from a really big picture perspective. And one of the really big things about viewing these markets, right, and trading these markets is we want to see what is really going on. And a lot of the time, sometimes we can be looking at a chart, and you know, unfortunately, your chart may look something like this, right? And then you're zooming right in like this here, and you've got you're looking at the bars and see how we're zoomed right in just for maybe a couple of months here. Well, what I want you to do is to help you get a good gauge on what's happening with any market. And I was talking about this with my private clients, and I want to share this with you. A bit of an insider knowledge of what I'm sharing with my private clients today is I want you to bring up a chart that looks something like this here. Now, what you can see here is the number one thing to viewing the markets properly and viewing the markets correctly is that sometimes when viewing it for a couple of months, we're not seeing the true picture on what's really going on. Because remember, one of the most important things to us as traders, we want to be able to see what's really going on with these markets and what sort of phase are we in, right? And what I mean by that is this, is that if you understand the different phases of markets, the market structure or how the markets flow, you'll be able to see the market goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, right? We understand that. So if I'm trying to analyze, if I understand this is simple trend analysis here, right? The highs and lows. If I understand that, what's really going on in the stock market right now, and why are we getting a bit of weakness, and why could we now get a bit more weakness coming into the markets, right? So that's what we want to be going through here with you. And so if I look at this from that perspective, those simple analysis from when we go through a big move up, we end up having a pullback, right? Big move up, and we end up going through these different phases. Phase up, phase down, phase up, phase down. I call them energy phases, right? We're using a lot of energy, then we build a lot of energy, and that creates the high low. So if I'm looking at the market from that perspective right now, firstly, you can see how that I've actually this is about 3 years worth of data down the bottom here on this screen here. And the reason why I've done that is, yes, sometimes I will look at the charts that look something like this here or something like this here, right? I look at the last 6 months, maybe the last 1 year worth of data on this particular screen anyway. But I've always found that to be able to get a good gauge on what's really going on with something is I want to be able to see it from this perspective through here, right? And that is looking at from a big long-term perspective in the markets, right? A big long-term perspective in the markets. So when I'm seeing it from that perspective here, and I'm looking at from, again, the two most important techniques that I use, what is the highs and lows telling me from trend perspective, and also what sort of phase are we in? Are we in an energy using phase or energy building phase? So they're the two different phases I'm looking at. So I can see here we had a low and we had a high low here, right? And then what's been happening ever since this high low here? So when I'm analyzing the market, I'm like, okay, we had a low, we had a high low here. Okay, cool. And then what did we have, right? You can see here we had a move up, which is an energy using phase, a move down, energy building phase, a move up, energy using phase. And now look what's happening. Now we're going through what? We're now going through an energy building phase, right? And that's all that's happening, right? We're just going through an energy building phase from here. And so therefore that energy building phase could then go in what? And then start this energy building phase, which is just the pullback, right? Because that's all it is. In an upward trend, we have the move up. We know this is an upward trend, right? Well, these drops here are what? Energy building phases to go for another leg. Energy building phase, go to another leg. And that's what makes the higher low, right? That's the big theme around here. So if you understand that concept of what I just said there, right? We can see, okay, what's the reason why there's a more weakness to come out of the stock market is because we can sit there. But we're definitely not in a downward trend, right? Where this is just part of what? This whole drop that's been happening here is what? Just part of the upward trend. Up, down, higher, low, up, 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 up. Now we're going through energy building phase, down, 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 down. Probably going to create another higher low, and away we go. And the pullback's happening right in time for the election to happen. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. A bit more weakness, but an incredible move coming after that. Look at this here from the Nasdaq perspective. Let's look at the Nasdaq perspective from two main techniques here, right? Two amazing techniques that we can use. Trend analysis is we've had this low here and we've had this low here, and now we went through an energy using phase, an energy building phase, and now we've gone up, 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 up through here, which is an energy using phase. Even if we did get a bit of a drop down to here like this, like that through there, what we're doing here, right, is the trend is still up, isn't it? Right, the trend is still up. Therefore, this could just, if the Nasdaq did do this, we could just be making what? Another higher low, and away we go, right, guys? So as we can see, the most important thing is just to view charts, look at your charts on a big picture perspective, and look at it from a trend analysis perspective. Because if we are coming down through here, is that a downtrend? Because remember, a down leg is not a downtrend. A down leg is just a down leg. And that's where understanding the two different phases, right? The two most important things I'm always looking at is the trend analysis, highs and lows, and the different phases, energy using, energy building. And then when you start to put that together, you start to see what's going on through there. Moving on now through to the S&P 500. And we can also see from the S&P 500 perspective, what do we have here, right? What do we have? We have low and we have higher low, right? Low and higher low. And now what do we have? Now we have a move up. Now we have a move down. We had a move up, 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 right? So now we've had what? Of course, we've had this energy, we had this move up. We're actually expecting what? We're actually expecting soon for what? Just another energy building phase. Remember I said before? Let's recap here again, right? These are the energy building phases, because that's what happens, right? We run out of energy and we need to build energy. We've been going up for a bit of time, so we could be now just doing what? Now just building a bit of energy, but that also then starts to do what? Comes back down, then maybe create another higher low here, and then away we go again. See that through there? So it's really, really, really simple, isn't it, guys? Right? So as you can see, like, and this is why it's so important for you guys, you know, when trading the markets, just keep it really simple. Whenever I'm only using a handful of techniques, and this is why for my personal trading system for myself, this is the top two techniques I'm always looking for when looking for and trying to identify really good opportunities, and even for my private clients. If you're interested in becoming a private client, link in the description. Now, even for the Russell, right? Look at the Russell. What's happening with the Russell? You can see here, what do you have here? Low, higher low, and a higher low. And the market's just having a pullback here. So even though we've had a lot of volatility, what are we still doing through here, right? We're still making these higher lows all the way up. So a bit more weakness probably going to come into the stock market, but get ready for an incredible move to the upside.